Welcome back to another card making tutorial. So today we're gonna do this cute little birthday card, and it's got a phrase on the inside and a couple of things on the outside. So let's get going. I already had this one here pre-stamped, so I will quick guide you through how I stamped it. So this is a little stamp. It's from a previous pack called Life's a Hoot, but I'm sure you find these type of stamps in like splodgy stamps in other sets too that you might have in your stash. So I just used this in our charcoal ink and like stamped 2 times in 3 different spots to give it a little bit more interest, because otherwise it would be just white. And then I will start with the papers here. So you have 3 papers, and this is a regular excuse me, quarter card measuring 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Excuse me, allergies are really bad. We have 3 pieces of paper, and these are all 3 cut, each of 1 1/2 by 4. And all we have to do is cut a little V in there. And as I have shown you this in the past, so I just stack mine together. You just have to make sure you give it a good grip so they don't move on you. And then I just take the half the distance of this part here, and I just go up as far as I want it to, that V to go. So this is about here, so maybe a 1/4 inch, a little bit more. And then I go from one corner to the tip here. And then I go from the other corner to the tip. And here we go. All 3 done at the same time. Fast and easy. And now all that is left, I went around the edges with the ink a little bit. So just use a little sponge or sponge dauber. And I used the gray here to go around the edges. So they pop up a little bit better from the white of the background. You don't have to do it. I just felt it needed a little bit. There's number 2 and number 3. Like I said, really just a quick, fast going round. And if you have that set in front of you and you wonder, I don't have these cards, make sure, you know, the back side looks different than the front, to flip them over, and you will find the right design for your cards. All right, let's put them down. And let me grab some my adhesive here. Okay, so I will start with this one. I'm just lining it up about here. That's good. And we'll take the next one. This one goes just a little bit off, like so. And then we have one last one to put on this side. And you can change the order of your stripes if you like the yellow one in the back, or that's up to you. Alrighty, now we have to get to our little squares, and I raised them both. You don't have to do that. You can either glue those 2 together and then just raise one, or you just put them all flat on the card. That's up to you. I use my little foam spacers here that are very thin, so it's hardly to see, you know, how they are raised, but there is some foam behind them. Okay, let's give this one extra, and then let's start with this one here. The hardest part of these things is always to take the backing off, because they like to stick to everything, fly to everywhere, and yeah, it's just hard to handle. All right, and this goes in the center, so you have a nice even green spacing around. And then we peel these ones back. And place it on our card. Oh yes, and these ones are cut at 2 by 2 is the green one, and the white one is just slightly thinner. So, but depending on the phrase you want to add to yours, if you're doing them from scratch, you might vary this a little bit, make it bigger, you know, it's up to you. Okay, so this one here is also raised. And I only put foam in the middle. I did not put anything under the little petals here. So this only goes in the center. And I just push them between the green and the white. I want to keep this out here a little bit more. There we go. Then our little white one, yellow one. I think this one had like 2. One might be fine too. And this one I will not push down hard because I have to add the little leaf under. So now we're gonna take our leaves, and I just bent them a little bit, put a little bit adhesive on there, and then this one goes here, so I just lift this up to make sure, and then we can pop our yellow one down for good. Give this a little, and I just crease them with my nail a little bit. I know they go flat, but this gives me a little edge here to put some adhesive, because the adhesive does not go all the way on each of those petals, just goes on a little bit. Doesn't need to be on the whole leaf. All right, here we go. Number 2, this one we just put in here. Hold it down for a second and call this a day. Now for the decoration, so this is a glitter gel pen, and these need a moment to dry. So what I'm gonna do, first of all, I need to adjust this here a little, tiny little bit. Just a tiny little bit. There we are. All right, so I just drew a little heart, and then I made 2 dots, but you can do whatever you want to do, if it's a heart or something else. So this will take a moment to dry, and then I use a white gel pen. So this is number 10, and all I'm doing is I'm going around one side of the petal here to put a little white mark, and then I also went on the inside here, offsetting those little stitches that are already on there. There we go. And for the little one, the white one, why do I always say white one? The yellow one. I did the same, but it's hard to see when you look up close and you look at the closed pictures that I will post, you will see this better. A little bit on the leaves. And this one is done. So we're gonna take our little bling, just pop it down here. And now all that's left is to do the inside. And so the outside is dry now, so we can start with the gel pen here in the middle. Again, just a little heart and a couple dots on either side, and a few here and there. So this one again will take a moment to dry. In the meantime, I'm using a pencil, and I'm doing a double line, so crisscrossing under, over, just trying to avoid to get my hand into the gel, because I'm known to do that. Here we are, and one more. And then we do our little bow here. So we do a little loop and another loop, and you do some wiggles, and that is it. So this needs to dry a little bit longer. This one is already dry, and this is card number 2. Quick and easy. You can do this with a piece of paper underneath, you know, so you put your flags on top of a piece of paper, or you can just put it on the white. But like I said, if you leave it white, to me it was a little bit bare, so that's why we added the sprinkles. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will post some still photos after the video, and if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, I appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions, please comment below. Otherwise, I will post links to the previous first card we did this month from last week, and also to a video concerning Close to My Heart and their closing. So if you haven't watched those already, I hope you will. And I will see you back here next week for another card. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.